Good evening. Good evening. Today, we're going to talk about siblings. Of course, I'm here with my sisters,
Vicky,
Tammy, guys.
Penny, and Marvin.
Yes, it was six of us in our family. And so Penny is in Ohio, Marvin is in Dallas, Texas, and my sister Patricia is resting with the Lord. So we just decided to talk about, I hear a lot of my friends, a lot of people have no relationship with their siblings. A lot of people, they don't, have no conversation. Some people haven't talked to their sisters or their brothers in 5 years or 10 years. And I can't imagine not talking to my family, my sisters, my brother. We talk like if 2 days they fussing if they don't, if I forget to call them.
Really?
Because I'm single. So, they want to make sure I'm okay. But we decided to talk about just siblings and how we were raised, because people always talk about our relationship. And a lot of people, they will actually say, I wish me and my sister or me and my brother had a relationship like y'all's. And so, and I'm a little country, I say y'all's. And so, and so we decided to talk about how my parents raised us and why we have such a close knitted family. So anybody want to pop in and start it off, or I can keep going?
Well, I'll say, growing up, as we said on previous videos, our dad was very strict. He was a military disciplinary. And he just made sure we got along. And he used to always tell us, all you have is family. And I remember growing up, if we fought each other, we had to kiss each other on the lips.
Wow.
Like that.
Everybody watch.
Yes, we would have to
Yes.
kiss each other. Like,
And-
turn around, Vic, let's show them. We talking about siblings. You gotta act like you love
When we were
me.
kids.
Okay, but we gotta show them how my dad
Y'all, I
would
love
do
her.
it.
I
Look.
love her.
Really?
Okay, keep going. I'm sorry.
And so I didn't want to keep kissing them.
I know, right?
But that was one thing that was really big with my dad. He
Yeah.
made all six of us get along.
Yes.
And then when the older siblings, when they had dates, the little sibling had to go along with them on their dates.
On their dates.
So I remember going to the movies, out to eat with my sister and her dates. It was so awkward. It was him driving, her in the middle, and me on the other side. It was so funny.
Ruined the date.
But we had to do it. Even when we would go out to clubs, the older ones, when they went to the clubs,
We all went.
I think I was 13,
You were in the clubs at 13.
Probably.
13, 14, maybe 14,
Shame on that.
maybe 15. But we all had to go together and come back together.
And what that did was it put a bond that is more than sisters. It's like friendship. We are, if you can have a saying, what you say about blood by choice?
It's not mine. Disclaimer.
I know it's not okay. Disclaimer.
But sisters by blood, friends by choice.
And I like that. Sisters by blood, friends by choice.
Mhm.
And that, because my dad made us, like Tammy was saying, we would have to go places together. And doesn't matter our age, all of us would go together. And it's like we had a little gang, we were going to be with each other. It didn't matter. And so when you look back over our childhood and you see how my dad, we thought he was just mean. We thought, wow, I don't want to be with them. I want to go other places. And she was too young to be hanging with us. But my dad, had
My
us.
dad.
My dad had us all. He told us the world don't care. He cursed, but he said the world don't care a blank about y'all. He said, this is all you got. It was all 6 of us. But he would tell us that. He would get in our head, the world don't care nothing about y'all. And he put that in our head. And if we didn't get along, what? We couldn't go out of our yard. You know how they say stay in the yard? So whatever your yard, if it's a small yard, a big yard, you stay in that yard when you don't get along. So we realized that in order for us to play in the neighborhood and hang out with other people, we have to get along. And I look at now where we're at, and I thank God for my mom and my dad. I remember other children be out there playing, and because we didn't get along, probably something Vicky did.
I was in there reading while they were playing.
Probably something she did. But I remember we'll hear them playing, and they'll be running on there. Can y'all come and play baseball? Or can y'all? And my dad, what he would say?
Carry your ass home.
Yeah, my dad didn't play. One thing he didn't play, and when he put down the ground rules and he told us certain things, then we knew not to go out of the yard. So I think about that. I think about when we were kids, how we just was raised, so closely knitted. And I just think about how you didn't even realize you were bonding, like sitting around eating popcorn, looking at movies.
One bowl of popcorn.
Yeah, one bowl of popcorn.
One bowl.
But you know what? I think that taught us how to share. Yes. I think us being so connected, it taught us a lot of things that now we can look back and say, okay, when Vicky and Patricia was in the room talking about boys and, and we were trying to listen, because they thought they were much older, but all of that has molded us into who we are right now. So we'll talk about some childhood memories of things my dad said. We'll go and talk about dating. Who want to talk about dad and
what he said?
Yeah, like when people would call our house when guys were trying to date us and all that stuff. What would daddy do?
I really thought the guy was crazy. I really thought he had some issues with our upbringing. And once I became older, I realized why he was so strict, why he was so adamant about certain things, about how we dress, how,
rollers.
We couldn't, how people go to the store with rollers in their head and house slippers on and those plastic Jerry curl bags. Yes. Not in our house. We didn't do any of that. So he was so strict, and he made us, he demanded that guys, when they came to see us, you better come correct. Somebody's boyfriend came wrong. Whose boyfriend was
Peanut.
that? I thought it was my ex.
Probably it was too, but it was Peanut.
Either Tammy or Vicky.
No, I'm talking about maybe blowing the horn. Somebody blew the horn. And then
and I was about to run to the door.
Yes.
And Daddy said, sit you down. Let him come in.
That's
and
right.
he blew again. And I'm like, oh God, please let him come in. And he just kept blowing. Daddy opened the door and said, bring I don't have any whores in my house. That's exactly what he said. And Peanut the guy came in. So.
Nameless people.
Know, right?
And then my ex, I think we used to call it burn rubber. Remember? I don't know if Dad was on a rampage getting on us, but he took out the driveway a little fast in the middle, But I think he probably was running from my dad, because really my dad had such a deep voice that projected through the neighborhood. Even if he called us from, we call the back street, to come and eat dinner, it sounded like we're in trouble because his voice was so strong. Yes.
Those are really great memories. I think about life with all 6 of us and our parents. And I think about our lives now, how God set it up. This is not our home. And, people have to leave us. And it was very hard for us to lose our mom at the age. My mom died at 47. My mom instilled a lot of stuff on her short time. I guess God knew, but he put it in my mom to take care of us as girls and one boy to put in us what we needed to be the young ladies that we are. And I don't brag on us. I have to give credit to my mom and my dad because I do see the result of all the stuff they taught us. I can look at each one of my siblings and even my brother. I can just look at all of us and see my parents. And so this is the reason we really want to talk about this is for those of you who do not have a relationship with your siblings. What we want to come from this video is we need you to make a phone call. If you haven't spoken to your sister or your brother, we need you to make a phone, or your mom, right? Family members, or even a friend. You need to make a phone call today because it's not worth it. Because we look, we're so close. We never thought about the day that one of us would leave. We never thought about that. And the pain that we went through to lose a sibling. I remember when my dad died. Was it my dad or my mom? It was my mom. When my mom died, Joseph Nash, my uncle. Tammy don't want me to call out names, sorry. Well, my uncle, we were sitting in a room and we were so devastated over my mom's death. And I remember my uncle looked at us and he said, look around in the room. He said, he was talking to all 6 of us. He said, one of you gotta go. One of you gotta leave here. And I remember we were so tore up for my mom's death. But when my uncle said that, I remember it's almost like we stepped back and we looked around and our grief was bearable because now he gave us something to think about. The parents want to go before the kids. Sometimes it don't happen that way, but the parents, my mom told me when I was so sickly as a child that, because I told her, I said, we went to somebody's funeral and I said, oh, I don't want to see you die, Mom, before me. I think I want to go before you. My mom said, no, that's not how it should be. No parent want to bury their kid. And I remember my mom said that. So when my uncle told us that, and we looked around and then we realized, wow, one day it has to happen that one of us leave. And on February the 20th, 2020, my oldest sister died. That's the year of COVID. We don't know if it was COVID. She had all the symptoms. We know it was COVID, but she had all the symptoms. And because she had a bad heart, they blamed it on her heart. But the day that they unplugged everything, her heart was still, they had to go in and take the pacemaker, they had to go turn it off. So it wasn't her heart. But she had, the last word spoken was she couldn't breathe and she had a really bad headache. And that's the last thing she said before she died. Losing a sibling, they done got quiet because they didn't want to go here. But I felt like you don't realize you need to hear it, because if you're one that hadn't talked to your sister or your brother, you need to know that, listen, you don't have any other chance to call her on the phone and say, hey, Patricia, hey, I love you. You don't have that chance anymore. And so if you out there, you need to make a phone call right now. You need to write a letter. You need to do something, because losing my sister was harder than losing my mom and my daddy. Because what happens, they taught us to know that parents would die before us. Well, my sister, we didn't think would die that soon in her life. When she died, it was a wake-up call for us. And now we're like looking at each other like, God, please. And it was just so hard losing my sister. And I don't know if they want to help me talk, but I don't think they do. But if one of y'all just want to share the pain when we got that phone call, how did you feel losing a sibling? It was 6 of us and now it's 5. And how did you feel?
For me, it still kind of seems unreal, I know there's a void. I know, it just doesn't, it just seems like there should have always been 6. And I know, we all have to pass. And I think just a sudden death hurts for me, I would say. because everybody, we lost was suddenly our mom, our dad,
So
and my
Quickly.
sister. It wasn't where they were
Very-
real sick for months and years, and all death is hard. But I think the shock. I remember I was coming from voters training or my first day working the election, and I think Tammy called me on my way in. She said, "Are you home?" And in her voice, I knew something. And she said my sister had passed out, and I think they had revived her
Mhm.
when you called me. And I remember driving home just in shock. It seems almost like a blur when she was in Dallas at the time visiting her oldest daughter. And we all got in the car and went to Dallas, and just to see her just lying there, we knew she was passing. Um, God, He just kept us through that. Being in the room, we were playing gospel music. My pastor from San Angelo was there. We had a lot of friends there with us,
Her
and
kids.
just seeing that, and just knowing she was leaving, it was hard. And
It was very hard.
yeah,
But for me, since we're getting so sad, she was very funny, and she had 7 kids, and she loved her kids. And the thing is, we couldn't even talk to her. Guess why?
She was talking to
Because she
her
had to talk
7
to her
kids.
7 kids. I would be talking to her on the phone. I'm really like, I would call her and just talk to her. She would say, "Okay, Tammy, I got to go. This keto." Every single time.
Every time.
Every single time, not knowing she was doing that to Vicky, to Ann, to Penny, all of us. We did not know that she was doing that. But I called her, I said, "Patricia, can I just talk to you for a minute?" And we talked and we laughed. And she said, "I can't believe I talked to you this long," because she knows that she would hop off the phone in a minute. But she was a good big sister. We miss her so much. Her kids, oh my goodness, she put so much into them, to where they are striving. They are doing really good. We are so proud of them,
Yeah.
and she would be so proud of them. So yeah, we're sad, but she did a lot of things while she was here on earth. A lot of people. She touched a lot of lives. A lot of lives.
And that's something that we didn't know. I knew that Patricia had an impact on a lot of young people. I knew that, but when Patricia died, we were amazed at the people, what they were saying. I mean, people talking about when they were in prison. I know about 2 of them that she kept in touch, but there were about 10 of them on Facebook saying, "When I was in prison, you wrote me, or you said this to me, or you called me." I'm like, that's why she didn't have time to talk to us, because she not only was she talking to us and talking to her kids, she was talking to her kids' friends. And so my sister, she left a big I always get that word wrong.
legacy.
Yeah. When I'm hyper, but y'all, she did. When I'm hyper, some words just don't come. But she,
I'm sure they know.
but yeah, she did, and I saw a sister who we knew her, but her death showed us a whole different person because of the love that my sister has poured on so many people. She was just lovable to so many people. I mean, she didn't care. And this is what we really didn't like, but then we had to like it. Patricia, my sister, she loved everybody,
Exes.
right?
Yeah.
And so all our exes, all our ex-boyfriends,
She still
talked to them. She
Mhm.
was the best friends with all of them. She kept in touch with them. Even when I would say, "Patricia, don't talk to him. Don't say nothing to him."
She said, "Why not?
She,
You don't do nothing to me."
yeah, she said,
The good spouses, the bad, the ugly. She didn't discriminate.
she
Yeah.
would talk to our exes,
Mm.
and even her daughters told us the same thing,
Mhm.
that she would keep in touch with their ex-boyfriends, and the ex-boyfriends and everybody loved her. And so as we think about my sister, you guys, we share some really good memories with her growing up, and as she got older, and like Tammy was saying, that she gave us a little of her space because she was so busy. We thought it was just her kids, but when she died, the whole world, her environment was her people, her little land that she was just doing stuff even in different states, talking to people. Like my cousin Erin called and told Vicky how she used to talk to Patricia and confide in Patricia. And they told me don't call out names. I'm sorry. But we look at that and what a life lived. What a life lived. And y'all, that makes us all want to do better, because people need to hear from us, and we need to get out of the Facebook and get out of all this social media and really reach people, reach your family members, your sister, your brother. If there's somebody out there that you hadn't said a word to, please, we're just begging that get that relationship so the rest of your days you can have that bond with your sister. And we're going to pray about that. We're going to pray in a mighty way that whoever, and I want you to put in the comments if it's you. And if you don't want to put that it's you, just put, hey, Ann, hey, Tammy, hey, Vicky. And then we're going to know. And we're going to be praying for you guys, okay? But we really just wanted to come on here and talk about
We got to tell a funny story.
Okay, tell a funny story.
Patricia's story. Somebody tell about the speeding tickets.
Oh, right here. The last time she saw my sister.
I'm telling the story.
Yeah.
Oh.
We weren't there.
Okay, so of course, everybody know in 2020, it was a lot of people dying. And at that time, we didn't know, why so many people were dying, because we didn't know about COVID. I think they was talking about it, but it wasn't, in the States.
Right.
And so we were actually going home every week to Louisiana for funerals. And I think we went about 2, and then I went to about 3 or 4. And my friends, and the last time I saw my sister, we went home to one of her classmates. Her classmate died, and my classmate was married to him. And so we went to Louisiana to the funeral. And I remember when we were like probably 3 hours from Monroe, she called me and said, Ann, she said, how many tickets did she get? Two.
One first.
She got one first, and then she got 2 tickets. Patricia has never had a ticket.
Within what, 20 minutes apart?
Yeah, within a few minutes apart, Patricia got 2 tickets. And
she was happy.
She was happy, and she was in Monroe telling everybody that she got tickets. Everybody.
That was her first time.
Yeah, that was her first time ever getting a ticket, and everybody in Louisiana was talking about Patricia and her tickets. Even my classmate would come and say, tell Patricia to slow down. And even when we were getting ready to leave, all my friends said, Patricia, slow down, slow down. And you guys, I remember she was so excited to come home to see her kids. Makes me wonder. She's never gotten a ticket before in her life.
And drove fast.
And she drove fast. But was she going even a little faster to get home to say goodbye? Was she going to say, because see, every holiday, every birthday, every birth, anything her kids did, she was there. Listen, we would say, Patricia, gonna have Thanksgiving with us. No, I gotta go cook a turkey. I gotta go be at Mika's house. I gotta go. This is what she would tell us. And we never, ever got that.
One time she came for Thanksgiving.
One time. But she was such a great mother. She never, ever left them. And on holidays, she was with them. And so when she died, we questioned that. We like, she's never ever gotten a ticket, but she got 2 rushing home for a funeral.
And you the only one got to say.
And I didn't know I was saying goodbye, but I got to see her, and we got to talk, and is 2 days later we got the call. So that's why it's so important that you tell your loved ones you love them. That's why it's so important that you keep in touch with your loved ones, because I did not know that we were going to get a phone call. I had no idea 2-3 days later that they're going to call and my sister died. We didn't know that. And so I say this to you. This is what we do to keep the bond. We have a group text.
Created by
Patricia. Because Patricia was into family, friends, and people she didn't know. She was into people.
And before she died, remember, she got her kids' phone number, their addresses, their birthdays, and she put it on a piece of paper, a list with our phone numbers, our names, and she gave them all to us.
All of us.
So we can have her kids' phone numbers, address, all of that before she passed away.
Not knowing she was going to die. She was doing this. Not knowing. What that says to us, y'all, that listen, God is moving on the earth and people are leaving us. Y'all leaving us quickly, dying in their sleep, dying of COVID, dying of cancer. Listen, we don't have time to be mad at each other. We don't have time to hate your brother, hate your sister, hate your friend, hate your pastor. We don't have time for that, y'all. We need to get together and maybe do what my daddy say, kiss until you know how to get along. Like my daddy used to make us kiss.
Mhm. But even with us, even when you say something I don't like, and and you know I don't want to call you back. But guess what? The God in me will not allow. I don't care. Can't no devil in hell keep me from my siblings.
That's right.
And even if she says something crazy to me, oh what? That's on her. But I'm gonna pick up the phone in a few minutes.
She's making it seem like I'm the
and
one. She
call
didn't point to
you.
you.
Both of y'all was talking to you.
Okay, we get it.
But either one of them, if I get mad at Vicky, either one, if she say something I don't like, or if whatever it may be, I don't sit back and just wait because I've lost too many people quickly in my life to where I don't have time to allow the devil to separate me, from my siblings.
That's right.
So
That's good.
What about y'all? It take them a little longer to call me, but that's okay.
I cannot believe you said that. That is not true.
Because I call y'all first.
Silly.
I call them first. I call them first. Always.
That's not true.
Yeah, I do.
Listen, this is how sibling. This is the real sibling. This is how you get. See, well, we have more good days than we have bad days, but some days you just listen.
Siblings, we first.
Some
right.
days
I don't like what she say.
Yeah,
I don't like what she say.
Well,
they don't like what I say.
Well,
okay.
because
you think you're the mother.
Well, I'm not, but
yeah.
But being the youngest. I don't know if anybody else feel this way, but being the youngest in the family, you see so much. I saw what went on with you. I saw what went on with you. And I just saw what not to do as a kid. I said, don't do that because Vicky did that. And so
that's good.
That's good, Terry.
That's what
glad
happened.
you learned from us.
Yeah, it showed me not to get pregnant.
We didn't get pregnant.
Trisha got pregnant.
Whoa!
I'm just saying. It just showed us what not to do. So that's why you call me mother or whatever you call me, because of that.
Y'all see the attitude?
I know. She had to get that out, y'all. So see, listen. So yeah, everybody. They said when people look at us, they say we're so close. Some people call us triplets. They say we look identical, but people always say we're so close. But even being close, we are. It was 6 of us. We were 6 individuals, people, different DNA, different thoughts, different everything. And I think that's what have made us who we are, because imagine being in a family, 5 girls, then that means we can get along with ladies. Imagine being with my brother and my dad, and both of them have a strong nature. I don't know what they call those guys, alpha male. Something I be hearing people call it. I don't know what that means, but my dad was very strong. So was my brother. And then we all have a strong nature by my mom. My mom was meek and strong, and we all have that. And so it's just good, y'all. It's good to have family. It just, in today's time, in such a dark world, you need family. So if you get mad, like Tammy say, we don't call her, but she calls us, at least somebody gonna call. At least
they will not be honest. Just for a minute, pause.
That's not true. Not all the time. Not all the time.
I'm asking Vicky.
Not all the time.
I'm asking Vicky. So, who is the first person to try to fix or correct or whatever?
I think it depends on the situation and who's involved.
They're not telling the truth. They're not going to tell the truth. They're not gonna. What about you, Ann? Who you say?
I think it's half and half.
Oh,
I
see,
think,
well-
like Vicky said, it's probably based on what happened or whatever. And
You two are kind of alike.
I knew that was coming.
You guys are alike. They real friendly. They friendly, y'all. We be. I don't care where we are. I'm walking. I look back. They're talking to somebody. They real friendly. They good people. They good sisters.
We're good people.
I know.
And as y'all can see, Tammy thinks she's the quiet one, but she sits back. And then when she starts talking, she's a talker. She's not as shy as she says.
And she tried to be the little mother. A lot of
She really does.
when I talk to people that have siblings, they always say the baby, the youngest, is always the one that try to act like she's the mother or she's the big sister, and that's Tammy. But I'm gonna tell y'all something about Tammy.
Uh-oh. Secrets.
Yeah, this is a
You
secret.
better watch.
Listen, y'all gonna see the real deal.
Let me tell you. I said she's my baby sister, right? Well, my Tammy was 18 years old when my mom died, and so of course, I was 21. Vic was maybe 2 years older. Well, she was very young, and so losing mom at such a young age. Well, Vicky took it on herself to kind of nurture and look after Tammy. And so she started buying Tammy panties, underwear, bras, and she did that 18. But Vicky just stopped doing it about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, she had a husband and everything, but Vicky was still buying her underwear, things like that, because she was the baby and she lost her mom we lost our mom at such a young age. But Vicky, y'all, they laughing, but they know I'm serious. And maybe it wasn't 2 years ago, but y'all, Tammy was grown and doing her own thing, and Vicky was she didn't even know what size bra. She didn't know what size bras she wore. Vicky, she would have to, when she started buying her own bras, she would call Vicky.
What size bra?
True story.
So it's a true story. So y'all, we have great, great memories of childhood, even up to this point when we're hitting 60 plus, and she's getting close to get to 60. But we have really, really good memories, childhood memories, and now adult memories. And we're just wanting to share with those out there that does not have that. Now, if you're one that you was raised with your siblings and you guys have a really good relationship, what I want you to do is put in the comments something that can help somebody, say some good words to somebody that does not have that relationship. And if you want the one that does not have the relationship with your family members, then you're the one that we're talking to. You're the one that we're going to be praying for. You're the one that we're hoping and we're praying after this video goes off that you will make that call. And that's why we're doing that video, because this is too precious. I don't know where I would be without my family. I've been through hell. They've been through hell. But listen, hell got a lot of light in it when you got family like this in Jesus. And see, Jesus sent people down. It's people on earth that Jesus got to be what you need them to be. So if I don't hear from God, I don't hear from Jesus, then guess what? He going to tell one of them. And this girl right here, I told you she the mama.
See, what I told you. I'm the first one to do what?
No. I'm
See?
talking about
See?
advice. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying y'all hear her. But anyway, I'm just talking about, when like if you're going through something and she's gonna say, Vicky, don't be shopping. Vicky, quit spending your money. Vicky, yeah, Vicky. And she'll tell me, and I don't know what she's gonna tell me, but that's Tammy. That's what she does. And that's what I was saying is God sent us what we need. Both of them are different. What I need is different from both of them. The same thing for them. They're different, and what they need is different from each. I don't know how you know what I'm saying.
We got it.
Well, explain it.
No, you just did.
Okay, but I didn't think it came out right. But God has made it where we all get what we need from each other.
Individuals.
We are individuals, but we get what we need, and that's what you need from your sibling. You need to love on your sibling, love on your family. Listen, life is too short. So we're gonna get off this video. We've been on here 34 minutes, and we thank you guys for listening. Thank you for always getting on our videos. Now we want y'all to comment, because y'all always tell me, girl, I saw y'all videos and y'all laughing and having a good time, but y'all never comment. So say something, okay? Say something. Say something, but please say something. And if you are new on this channel and this is your first time, please subscribe. I think it's right here. It's the red button. When you hit that button, it's gonna turn gray. So that means you will be a part of my YouTube family. And I also will I will click your subscribe so I can follow you on YouTube as well. And so it's been lovely. Do my sisters have anything to say before Tammy say, you know, my sister Tammy?
I just want to say, hey, Penny and Marvin.
Oh,
Hopefully,
yes,
one day we could all do a round table together.
yes,
When we all get together.
yes,
Real
that'll
soon.
be good, Vicki.
Mhm.
We're gonna bring the other two on, and maybe when we go to Louisiana, we can put our nieces on there, because y'all need to meet Patricia's children. She has 7 of them, and she did well with them. So we're excited that you guys stayed to the end of the video, and we will be back on. So please stay tuned to Angela Jordan TV. All right, guys, y'all have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.